Jack, Carson, first of all, how are the fingers? Because that was a busy day for you, 28 overs.
Yeah, not the best, Nick, to be fair. It's a bit frustrating, but yeah, good stint. I've probably not bowled big spells as much this year. We've chopped and changed a bit more, and Colsey's bowled well this year, so I probably haven't bowled as many sort of 25, 30, 35s as maybe I did last year. So it's good to see him still one piece after it.
Has your finger hampered that a little bit, Jack?
Yeah, it's been a difficult season with my finger, to be honest. It's been frustrating. Sort of seems to be cutting up quite a lot this year. I don't think the change in ball helps that, but hopefully it'll stay together and be alright.
Let's talk about the game, because it seemed to be a game that was drifting away from Sussex at tea, but that was a really good fight back after the break.
Yeah, we've not been at our best again this week, disappointingly, but I think there is enough character in the changing room that we are always going to try and get back into, and sometimes it might happen for us, sometimes it won't, but the effort's always going to be there. The effort's there after lunch, and we had a poor session, but again, it's not lack of effort. Sometimes we just lacked a bit with our skill in the last few weeks, but the boys fought well, and even you've seen Tommy Allsop diving about the last few overs, trying to save one run, see how much everyone's putting into the game.
Yeah, and when you're bowling, that could obviously lift a side, Jack. I thought the ground fielding was excellent after tea.
Yeah, it's a difficult surface. Obviously, the ground field on as well. I thought the boys have showed good energy, but I'd say we're behind the game. We're not where we want to be, but we'll keep pushing until the end of day 4, wherever the game finishes.
When you're bowling in tandem with James, does that help? Can you sort of feed off each other a little bit?
Yeah. Colsey, he sometimes gets a rap for being a bit of a spaceman, but he has a very good cricket brain. Really, has good ideas about what we should do in fields and paces. And that comes from obviously being a high quality batter. He can see it from that side of things as well. So speaking to Colsey, even though he's 3 or 4 years younger than me, he's able to give me good advice at times and help me through spells.
I don't know if there was a debate about the new ball being taken, but it gave John something to think about, I guess.
Yeah, I think you've got to just weigh up what the biggest threat is at that time and what's going to hold the game and most likely to take wickets. And probably we felt out there that the best way to hold the game and take wickets was ball and spin. You can be underestimated from the sidelines of being out there all day and what that takes, for seamers to coming back, at the end of the day as a seamers, it must be one of the hardest things to do. So, and obviously, with the new ball that if you don't get it quite right, it can obviously fly off as well and accelerate the game. So that was kind of the thinking with continuing the ball spin. I'm sure there'll be a conversation tomorrow morning about what we do, whether we take it or we keep going spin, but we'll see in the morning.
You got some spin out of this pitch last year, Jack. Do you feel there's a bit in there? Is it going to be a similar pitch to last year?
Yeah, there's definitely a bit of spin. Down the hill, there's rough. Up the hill, there's not really as much rough. So that's kind of different. Last, I bowled up the hill last year, and JDF bowled down, who gave me the rough. He was coming down, so it's probably there's probably slightly more green than it was last year. You've seen the seamers took 10 wickets in their innings, so it's a slightly different pitch in that regard, probably not as flat, but there's a bit of spin there, especially from the rough.
Funny, it doesn't feel like Sussex are out of this. I mean, at tea time I was thinking crumbs, only 2 down, but 70 ahead, they're 4 down, new ball available. Jack, it's this is far from a lost cause.
Yeah, I think that's the beauty of long format cricket, that if you go off the ball as a team for half an hour, it can change dramatically for you. And if you have a session where you really nail it, you can get right back to the game. And yeah, you're right. You add 2 on it quickly, and then somebody has a spell, the new ball can really crack it open. And we've got a lot of runs in that change room, people over the years in this season as well. So there's no reason why we can't keep fighting and try and force a positive result.